Oh, now it's recording. Okay, so I'll scroll back up to here. So that way
Quick
Moses.
question before I forget.
Go ahead.
So with the new RPAs, does that mean we need to change our templates again? Or
Yes.
update the temp? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the templates that you have are with the old contract. And if you have those templates, then they're not going to work. So
Okay.
you have to make sure you go back in and make sure you redo your template. So that's a great question. And Shantae should be on too. Shantae, you here? Let's see. Maybe she doesn't have, you know what, she probably doesn't have her mic on because I don't see it on. Anyway, so scroll down here. That is a great question. I'm glad you asked that. So here's your balance of purchase price after the loan amount here. And you scroll down and your balance of purchase price. This is where we have to sign if we're accepting this. Seller's initial. Plus, I'm the broker on this transaction. So there's going to be other places I have to sign as the broker. Well, not the broker, but quote unquote broker of the transaction. 3 days verification of all cash if they're doing all cash. But 3 days they have to verify that they have the money in there. They say it's fully underwritten approval, but we have to call up them and make sure that it is fully underwritten. I follow up with the lender on that. Nice thing is no appraisal contingency. And I requested that. I actually sent him, I sent him an email before he put the offer in, letting him know that we reserve all services, meaning title, escrow. I have a home warranty on the house already, so that's going to go over into the next owner. They shortened the investigation of the property from 17 to 7 days. I hope they could do that. And they attached contingency removal for the appraisal contingency removal. And you scroll down here. All this stuff is status quo. This is the area where everything included that they want the bathroom mirrors unless it's excluded below. So there's nothing we're excluding because the house is empty. Each pay their own fees, which is normal, escrow fees. It's usually buyer seller 50-50. Title insurance, seller pays that. County seller pays that. City transfer, seller pays that. No HOA there, no homeowners association. See, they put here not to exceed 675, but I'm going to get a hold of the warranty company and ask them how much it's going to cost for me just to extend the one we have already. So I'm going to counter that. And I'll be talking to the Old Republic tomorrow and finding out how much that is. And then we scroll down here, you got the Fair Housing Discrimination Advisory, Consumer Privacy Act Advisory, Buyers Inspection Advisory, and Wire Fraud Advisory. So those are the ones that they check that are going to be part of this contract. There's a spot to seller sign. Any questions as we're going down here, Jen?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm going slow that way. You could see what's on there.
Yeah, I downloaded the document when they sent it out.
Yeah,
through Workspace, and they updated it in EXP. I download a lot of their documents when
awesome,
they send it out.
awesome. That's the best way to be prepared when it comes to these contracts. Because if you're overly prepared, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I try to do, because I like to dot my I's and cross my T's and prepare for the inconjunctions.
Absolutely. So let's scroll down a little bit. This is all status quo. Appraisal. What's kind of interesting is in this contract, um, you know how you put, or you know that they put the cooperation broker agreement in the contract, and then in the MLS you'll put a certain percentage for your listing, which you're offering to the buy side, right?
Correct.
I offer 2% on the buy side because this is my personal house, and he came with a cooperation broker agreement asking for another 0.5 so he asked for 2.5% with this offer, which it's great for him in his pocket. However, I have to counter that now. And when I counter that, his client's going to see that he asked for a higher percentage than what was in the MLS. That doesn't look bad. Or, I mean, that looks bad to his client.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it's like, okay, now you're greedy. Now you're not looking out for the interest of your client. You're just after.
That's
That's just wrong.
that's what happened to my girlfriend. I was working with Kim and Prima in Simi Valley, and my girlfriend was going to put her land of 26 acres of Lake Hughes out for sale. Well, they listed it, and on the contract it was 132. Well, less than 30, like on the MLS, it got listed for 200,000. Then less than 30 days, it went up to 229,000. So it went up $90,000 in less than 30 days. And they didn't tell her until we asked to pull the contract and pull her listing, is when she sent me the listing, and it started at 132. They advertised it online for 200,000, but on the MLS was 229,000.
Wow.
So
that's just wrong.
Because one agent is the name and the other agent is behind, because he's a broker, he pretty much went behind the partner's back and changed right before anyone could notice. And that was one of the reasons why I started to leave, because I noticed they were undercutting a lot of their contracts and like that. And you don't tell your clients that. And
No.
I found out he was a very big ego person, Prima, where he thinks he is God's gift to real estate. So he put a client on speaker for 5 people to hear.
Wow.
And this client grilled him and asked him, where did the 6% come from? Why am I paying you a total of 6% now? So it was like 4, and then it went up to 6, because apparently 3.5% goes to this and this. And so he tried to break down the 6%, which right before closing, it went up from original. So that's what I heard. I actually saw someone do that, and I heard it more than from one client, where this agent is doing that, where they're changing their commissions right before they close.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Shante doesn't have the headphones, but she can hear us. And let me see if Moses. Let's see if Moses is able to come on. Hey, Moses, brother. Are you able to come into the Zoom meeting? We're just going through a purchase agreement on my listing. See if he gets back to me on that. Now, as we scroll down to the bottom, look at the liquidated damages. Not signed. So there's another thing I have to counter. I always have liquidated damages because, first of all, I hate lawyers. I'm sure there are good ones out there, but if there was a situation and it was between going to a arbitrator or a lawyer, I'd rather go to an arbitrator. So that's not signed. That has to be countered, as well as mediation. Only one party signed the mediation. So I have to counter that too. And I'll show you, okay, expiration of offer. You always look at that. Let's see, what did they give me? Acceptance of offer. I think they gave me the 3 days that are normal because I don't see anything showing timeline on that. Because usually they will spell it out and say when you have until they want response. But they were smart. They put my services in there, so they were smart about that. Okay, so we're going to buyer inspection advisory, the BIA, which is all the way through. It's pretty much the same. Go down. They changed it a little bit. Okay, so consumer privacy. You sign that. Okay, so here's some of the forms as you fill them out. If it goes overflow, it automatically does a text overflow. And it's over here. Buyer hereby waives appraisal. It breaks it all down. Buyer to waive inspection contingency, 7 days from opening escrow. Buyer waive loan contingency 10 days from opening escrow. If transaction does not close in 30 days, buyer to pay seller $50 per day or per diem at buyer's fault. And I'm actually going to counter that one, Jen, to $100 per day. Because if they don't follow through with the promise, I want them to feel it. $50 a day is nothing. So I got to counter that. So scroll down. And let me open up another form. Give me a second. No, I want to stay in Zoom. Okay. Okay, so there's the RPA. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I want to show you. Okay, so here's a cooperating broker agreement. Let me close this screen or make it smaller. Open that up. Can you see that?
No, I'm still looking at the Safari new tab.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me new share. Should be this one. Did that work?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so this is a cooperating broker agreement, and Debbie Penny was saying it's important to put this in. And as you look down here, property listed with multiple listing service. Generally, and nothing's written in stone, if you wanted to ask for more than what the agent is offering, you're allowed to. So I don't blame this guy for doing it. I do blame this guy for doing it to the point where if he would have called me and discussed it with me, I'm not open to it. My wife's not open to it. However, he would have avoided the embarrassment of me countering it out and his client having to sign that I countered out that he was asking for higher commission. It would make better sense to call the agent rather than just throw this in there and surprise them and say, you know what, it's not going to go. Plus, he's really shooting his client in the foot. What if I looked at this offer and say I got an offer right now and it was on the table and he wasn't asking me for more commission? He would lost it just because of the commission, just because he's asking for more. So, you know, this didn't make sense to me. My wife looked at it. She's like, oh, he could go pound sand. But this, this is your CBC. You like that, huh?
Yeah, that was good. Because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, he can go pound sand. So scroll down. Oh, and this is another good thing. This is the thing I capped last month. So if we were desperate and we wanted to sell it quickly, I mean, we haven't even had it on 2 days. I boosted it in our KV core, which was boost for like $60 for 5 days. And I already got somebody that went in and at least saw it. Non-responsive when calling. However, somebody went and saw it. So it shows that it is showing in that neighborhood for people to click on it. So this guy was being greedy and said, well, I want more money. Say somebody else comes in now. I don't have a signed contract right now. So somebody else comes in now and says, you know, I'm taking your, I want to buy the property the way you basically put it in the MLS. They'd get the deal. And he would have shot his clients in the foot because he's not looking after his client's best interests. He's looking for the greedy extra 5% or the 0.5. He's looking for that. So it doesn't look good in our business when people do stuff like that. It really doesn't. And it reflects really badly on him. And think if, you know, I'm doing deals with this guy. Here, I'm going to show you all the documents in here. I'm going to open these contingency. Open all these so you can see what they are. All right, Bailey, I'm on a Zoom meeting. Okay, I just want to let you know. All right, so let me go this one. Let me open this one. Nope. Let me close that one. I already looked at that one. Close that one. I'll do one at a time because it's a little confusing when you're doing that. Let's go to this one and I'll open this one up. This is called direct underwriting approval. I know you know what this is. Let me make sure I'm sharing this screen. Give me a sec. New share. Can you see that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you know what a DU is.
Yes.
So I just wanted to show you what's here so you understand loan to value. It's a FHA loan. House expense, it breaks down to his ratio. Credit isn't so good. Credit's in the 6s. So if I got somebody that came in with cash, or if I got somebody, even a VA that came in with a higher FICO, I'd be jumping right on it. Let me see. Scroll down. See if there's anything you need to see in here. Just breaking everything down, all the credit. But you have to understand what you're looking at when you're looking at these. That's very important because you're protecting your client. In this case, I'm protecting my wife and my interest. Where'd it go? It disappeared. close that one. Let's see, what's another form you need to see? Give me a second. Oh, okay. Moses is unable to. Okay, I'm recording it. All right. So let me close some of these other screens. I got too many things open. My ADD screen. Try not to have too many screens open. Doesn't always work because I was doing the loom earlier. All right, there we go. Now it's more easier to handle. So there's the purchase agreement. Go to my Gmail. So I saw the deal, you saw the purchase agreement. Let me see. But this offer, I mean, besides that, is actually pretty clean. An offer we put on another house fairly close to the house we're selling. We're gonna take the money from the first house and we're gonna pay cash on the second house and lower our basically pay it so it's an active 55 plus community. We're not quite 55 yet, but my wife's closer than I am. And it will give it, and it's actually going to be rented out. So it's going to give us income. And then eventually, you know, if we want to move out there, we have a place. Where is my document? Hold on a second. Okay, there it is, my Tahoe offer. Okay, so we did cooperation, contingency removal. I'll open that form so I can see that one. Now this is the appraisal contingency removal. New share.
I can see it.
Awesome. So this is a form you put in when you have the lease, or when you have, not a lease, when you're removing a loan contingency. So as you're, I don't know why Zoom is showing me the gift. I don't want a gift. I just want to go through this. So scroll down. See, buyer removes only the following individual checked buyer contingency. That's appraisal. Yes, honey.
Oh,
What's that?
it's the jelly fruit things. You just twist the cap and you drink out of it like straw.
Okay, can you put that over there for me?
Sure.
Thank you. So the appraisal is the only thing that they're taking out. And it goes in part of the purchase agreement. So that way the selling agent and the seller understand that you're serious about what you're doing. And it has to be added to it. So let me go back one step. Let's see, which one is this? Oh, this is the amendment. So they did put the FHA amendment in here. Give me a second, let me share that. Okay, so here's the FHA VA amendment. So if somebody sends you an offer and if it's FHA or it's VA, they have to have this amendment. And I've had to tell people that have put offers on my listing about this form. I want to say more times than I really want to. So a lot of times you're training the person that's putting an offer in on your listing how to do the documents properly, but it just saves you headaches down the line, and it's worth it sometimes to just help them. So here's the 551.5. Scroll down here. He's got the dates. So Debbie Penny is really, really anal about the dates. I don't blame her, because if you get pulled into court, those dates will save you or sink you. So there's a FHA. There's not much more in this this offer. You got the DU, cooperating broker, contingency, purchase agreement. What's that? That's nothing. Let's see what this one is. That one's not open. Let's see what that one is. Oh, that's his bundle. That's what I just showed you. It was just in a zip file. So is there anything you want to, that you have questions about in just the documents that we just went through?
Yeah, I mean, I want to compare to see like what was updated, so I know which part is updated. Because I like to see what's updated on the documents, because I always, I mean, any documents that I've always had, I always look for the updated version so I could see what the fine print has updated. That's what I like to see, is the fine print that people skip.
And you got sorry. And you got the cheat sheet from Debbie Penny, right? Because that had some really good notes on it.
I think so, yeah.
If you
On
don't,
I'll
let
look
me
at
know.
it again. Okay.
And I do have a purchase agreement I can go through, but it's kind of getting late.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do something like that, maybe sometime tomorrow, if you're available.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Just give me a head of notice, and I will set my time and make sure everything's charged, and I will be
awesome.
ready.
And today I did the episode I did was all about mindset, and I think it's it's very appropriate for the situation of the COVID and basically how things are going when it comes to it's kind of a slower time of year. So don't beat yourself up about it. It does slow down during the holidays. But you may want to go into that episode today and look at the mindset, because there was a lot of people that came into the room today and really poured their heart out into how to have the proper mindset and how not to let it get to you, just as a business, because business, like any business, there's ups and downs in any business. It doesn't matter what kind of business. So, and I'm here, and you got a team here, so don't hesitate to reach out if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed or challenged, because we all go through it, and we're there for each other. That's why I'm here.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely get this more learning tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm waving hi to your boyfriend. How are you?
Good.
I didn't even
Happy
know
holidays.
you could see us.
Hey, it's got to have that support.
It's teamwork. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So you guys have a pleasant evening. I hope this helped, somewhat to clarify some things I'm going through that I could share with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Take care. Pleasant dreams.